Welcome to Leading Age Minnesota Foundation's Onboarding Toolkit Principle 2. My name is Jenna Kellerman and I'm the Director of Workforce Solutions at Leading Age Minnesota. In this section, we cover the concept of introductions to the organization's culture. In the electronic file for this principle, you will find the Facilitator Guide and Readiness Assessment, 3 PowerPoint presentations with speaker's notes, 2 different team activities. I'll dive a little deeper into each component. I'll start with the Program Facilitator Guide. First, I'd like to remind you that the term facilitator is used in this toolkit to represent the person or team in your organization who is typically responsible for onboarding and orientation on a daily basis. This facilitator guide has 7 main components. First, the guide gives the facilitator background information on the importance of the principle with research to back it up. Second, it demonstrates the correlation to the Performance Excellence Program, which, remember, only applies to those organizations involved in performance excellence. If your organization is not involved, you can skip that part of the facilitator guide. Third, it provides directions to the Readiness Assessment. Fourth, it lists discussion questions to assess your current onboarding program. Fifth, it provides a description of each tool related to this principle. Sixth, it provides links to additional resources, such as TED Talks, a positivity self-test, and a link to the Department of Labor and Industry training activities focused on communication, problem solving, and critical thinking. These are training activities I've used in the past with frontline staff that I've really liked. And finally, an action plan template to help you structure a plan for implementing the tools in this principle. After the facilitator guide, you'll find the readiness assessment. You'll notice that each readiness assessment has the same format. It's a great way to get your baseline and then identify areas to work on. The purpose of the readiness assessment is to reflect on where your organization is currently with introducing your organization's culture. Then use the discussion questions and action plan template in the facilitator guide to develop a plan based on your findings. Next, you'll see an activity called Our Culture. This activity can be used at any time during onboarding or even in a separate department or team meeting. The activity provides an opportunity to practice soft skill responses to common situations that arise in the long-term care setting, and to customize answers to align with the organization's mission, vision, and values and your workplace culture. Next, you'll see a mentor activity called Understanding Our Culture. First, a quick note about terminology. Although you'll see this activity uses the terms mentor and mentee, it doesn't mean you have to have a formal mentorship program in place in order to use this activity. You can simply pair up a current employee with a new employee to complete the activity. This activity allows a new hire to evaluate how their personal actions impact the environment of residents, families, and other team members. And finally, you'll find 3 slide decks. You'll see a PowerPoint training called Gratitude and Our Organization's Culture. This training is intended to introduce new hires to the importance of having a grateful and positive attitude in the workplace. Next, you'll see a PowerPoint training called Culture of Our Organization and Departments. This training builds on a new hire's knowledge of the role of gratitude, then introduces principles of culture in relation to your organization's goals. And finally, you'll see another PowerPoint training called Feedback and Our Organization's Culture. This training provides new hires with information about feedback, who provides it, how to deliver it, how to receive it, as well as the benefits of feedback. And that's it for this principle. A quick reminder, you'll notice that the activities list suggested times for completing each activity. It might be suggested to take 20 or 60 minutes with a certain activity, but remember, these tools need to work for you. Feel free to modify the activity or timing to fit with your onboarding process. You can expand or limit the activities as needed. Remember, you're always welcome to reach out if you have questions. Thanks for listening, and best of luck to you as you roll out this new onboarding principle.